Good afternoon, student. I am Ovi Ashish Kamble, the Assistant Professor of Electronics from Computer Science Department. Welcome to our e-learning platform. In a previous video, we discussed the comparison of single board computer module, and in this video, we discuss the next point is input-output devices of single board computer. Here in this video we discuss the point introduction, input devices and output devices. SBCs, that means single board computer, consist of input output device which are built or can be connected through a connector. We already discussed what is mean by single board computer, block diagram and working of single board computer. So in a single board computer it consists of both type of devices like input device and output device which are built or which can be connected through the connector. Some SBCs has slots in which I/O devices can be connected. Some single board computer has extra slot which we can connect the input devices as well as output devices. Usually SBCs are plugged into a backplane to provide support to I/O cards. Now we discuss first input devices. There are two types of input devices in our syllabus: memory, keyboard and mouse. First we discuss memory. Memory is the process of taking in information from the world around us, processing it, storing it and later recalling that information. We know that what is a memory? Memory means a process of taking information from our surrounding or our around world, then it process and after that it store anywhere or anything and later it recall when we required it. Memory is the ability to think about event that might be happen in a future. This is the diagram of memory. As the figure shows, the basic types of memories are primary memory and a secondary memory. It also has a types random access memory as well as read-only memory. But in our diagram we see that memory has two basic types, primary memory and secondary memory. Then the primary memory has another two subtypes. Those are SRAM, that means static random access memory, and DRAM, that means dynamic random access memory. Next, the secondary type of memory is having number of 6 subtypes. Those are NVRAM, that means non-volatile RAM, then flash RAM, flash memory, then EEPROM, that means erasable, electrically erasable programmable ROM. Next, EEPROM, that means erasable programmable ROM. Then next one is PROM, that means programmable ROM, and last one is master ROM. These are the types of memory. Now we discussed first primary memory. A primary memory is a computer memory that can be accessed directly by the CPU. This includes several types of memory such as processor, cache and system ROM memory. However, in most of cases, primary memory refer to a system RAM memory. There are two types of primary memory. We first already discussed SRAM and DRAM. SRAM means static random access memory. It is a form of semiconductor memory widely used in electronic microprocessor and general computing application. SRAM means static random access memory. It is of type of semiconductor memory. It is used in electronic devices, microprocessor and general computer applications also. Next type is second type DRAM. DRAM means dynamic random access memory. it is a type of semiconductor memory. It is also a type of semiconductor memory that is typically used for the data or program code needed by computer processor to the function. For performing a computer processor function, we need DRAM, that means dynamic random access memory. Next is secondary memory. The secondary storage device which are built into a computer or connected to the computer are known as secondary memory of a computer. It is also known as external memory or auxiliary storage memory. There are six types of secondary memory. First, masked ROM, then PROM, programmable read-only memory, then EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory, then EEPROM, that means electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Next is flash memory, and last one is NVRAM, non-volatile random access memory. This is the types of secondary memory. Now we use the next input device is keyboard and a mouse. First of all, understand what is the keyboard, what is use of keyboard. This is the one of the input device. We already know that mouse and keyboard and memory are the input devices. So keyboard is the one of the input device. A keyboard is an array of switches which can be include some internal logic circuit to interface the embedded system. Understand? The keyboard can be interfaced to single board computer port or on backplane. Next, about a mouse. It is also one of the input device. A mouse is a handheld device that transmits your command to the computer by controlling the movement of cursor or a pointer on the computer screen. We already use a keyboard and mouse most of the time, so we know about that. As you move the mouse, then pointer on the screen moves in the same direction. Next, there are 6 types of keyboards in our syllabus. First, membrane keyboard. Next, mechanical keyboard. Next, wireless keyboard. After that, roll-up USB keyboard. Next, projection keyboard. And last one is touchscreen keyboard. Now, let's discuss all these types of keyboard one by one. First, membrane keyboard. In a membrane keyboard, the keys are consigned with a rubber or silicon shell. These keys are very sensitive to the pressure applied on it. Membrane keyboard consists of 3 layers such as top membrane layer, an inner middle layer, and last one bottom membrane layer. The membrane keyboards are available at reasonable cost. Next type of keyboard is mechanical keyboard. A mechanical keyboards are very popular due to its durability and responsiveness, that means accuracy. They are expensive as compared with membrane keyboards. A key switches are used in a mechanical keyboard by which keys hits a keystroke and physically triggered a switch that sends a signal to register the key press. A working mechanism of mechanical keyboard as well as membrane keyboard is similar. It also supports high typing speed with a low durability. A mechanical keyboard produces more noise during use as compared with membrane keyboard. Next type of keyboard is wireless keyboard. A main benefit of wireless keyboard is that it reduces wiring and can be operated from a distance. The main technologies are used in wireless keyboards are Bluetooth and radio frequency. Bluetooth is the most popular technology used to interface to keyboard to single board computer. It has limited range of communication. A radio frequency keyboard utilizes a broadcast technique similar to Wi-Fi. and can be interfaced to single board computer. A wireless keyboard need recharging periodically. Next type of keyboard is roll-up USB keyboard. A roll-up USB wired keyboards are available in our market. These keyboards can blend easily and further can be rolled. They are small in size as well as light in weight. Due to its compact structure, they are becoming popular in traveling professions. Roll-up keyboards are similar to basic keyboards, only their manufacturing is little bit different than the basic keyboard. Roll-up keyboards are generally waterproof. These keyboards produce very low noise which can be barely detected. Next type of keyboard is projection keyboard. Projection keyboards are also known as optical virtual keyboard. This is the another name of projection keyboard is optical virtual keyboards. They are latest innovation in a keyboard technology. They usually use lasers to display visible virtual keyboards on the surface. This is about projection keyboard. Last type of keyboards is touch screen. We already know that what is touch screen. We use our Android mobile phone as well as tab. We use touch screen keyboard. Touch screen is an input output device. We say that touch screen is input device as well as output device. It can be used as keyboard and as a display also. The touch screen registers the position of touch on its surface and accordingly display the information on the screen. Now, next is about touch screen. There are two types of touch screen. First, resistive touch screen, and next, second type is capacitive touch screen. First, resistive touch screen. It uses a two-dimensional voltmeter to sense the position on the screen. It consists of two conductive sheets separated by spacer balls. The resistive touch screen is usually used in industrial application and can be suitable for surrounding. This is about resistive touch screen. Next is capacitive touch screen. Its displays are mostly used at the place where very light transmission is needed. Where we not need the more transmission or we require a light transmission, we use a capacitive touch screen. The coating of SiO2 makes the surface of capacitive touch screen very scratch resistance. Next topic of our video is output devices. Output device is the display. Display is an output device usually monitors as used as a display device in a personal computer. There are three types of display. First, LCD, second, LED, and third one, plasma. Let's discuss all of these output device types of display one by one. First, LCD. What is meant by LCD? LCD means liquid crystal display. The full form of LCD is liquid crystal display. It consists of several layers, polarized panel filters and electrodes. LCD is thin, flat and consumes very less energy as compared with the LED display. Main significance of LCD are resolution, viewable size, response time, refresh rate, matrix type, viewing angle, contrast angle, aspect ratio, etc. These are the specifications of LCD. LCD are used in SBCs. They consume very less power. They are small in size, low in weight, flat as well as portable. LCD cannot display multiple resolution images. LCD has longer response time. This is about LCD. Next, there are three types of LCD. First, segment LCD. Second, graphical LCD. And third, color LCD. First, segment LCD. Segment LCD display numbers letters and fixed symbol. Graphical LCD, it display or it has pixels in a row as well as columns. In color LCD, there are two types of colored LCD. First, passive matrix LCD, and second, active matrix LCD. In a passive matrix LCD, it is simple to implement, and active matrix LCD, it is sharp and has a better viewing angle. Next output device is or display type is LED. What is the full form of LED? Light emitting diode. We already use LED in our practicals also, so we know that what is the function of LED or how it works. LED, light emitting diode, display consists of array of LEDs to emit red, green and blue light which form color images. LED display mainly used for outdoor, big screen, traffic, lights and in TV also. Next, third type of output device or display is plasma. Plasma display is also a flat display. Plasma display emits light by itself. Each pixel of plasma display is illuminated by the thin bit of plasma. This is about the output devices or the types of display. Thank you. Keep watching my video.